was up late at night at about 2 a.m. in my bed scrolling through Twitter, and everywhere I turned, I saw Miley Cyrus's face. So I tweeted a question. I said, hey, did Miley drop new music or something? Because I keep seeing her face all over the internet. Someone instantly replied, yes, she did. It's called Midnight Sky, and you better check it out because it's awesome. So I crept into the living room so as to not disturb my sleeping dog, and I checked it out. And they were right. It was awesome. Not only that, but it seemed as though Midnight Sky by Miley Cyrus had been written, especially for me. I'm Linda. This is Linda's World. This is my reaction to Midnight Sky by Miley Cyrus, and it starts right now. I have to admit before we start that I am a late in life Miley Cyrus fan. I mean, I almost have to be because I'm 43 years old. But what I mean by that is I'm a little bit late to the party. I didn't pay attention to Miley when she was Hannah Montana years ago because I am not from that generation and I don't have children, so Hannah Montana didn't play in my house. You know, I know like nothing about it. But I do know about her music as Miley because as a pop music enthusiast, I started paying attention. I paid attention when she did Party in the USA. I thought it was great. I paid attention when she did the Bangers album, and I cried at Wrecking Ball because it was beautiful. And I cried again when she sang to her dead pets on SNL, Twinkle song at the piano. And she was crying too. And I got incredibly inspired by Mother's Daughter, Don't Fuck With My Freedom. I Came Up to Get Me Some. And I cried again at Malibu because me, Southern California, if you know, you know. So basically I'm saying I'm a Miley Cyrus fan. But the thing is that Midnight Sky is the song that has officially taken me to the next level. And I am just like, whoa, Miley, are you in my head? So that's what we're going to talk about today. Before we get started officially though, I would like to say that if you're just finding this video by chance on the internet, or if you're just a casual viewer of Linda's World and you haven't quite made that commitment to subscribe, well, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button right there down below this video, and also don't forget the notification bell, because then you'll be alerted when new Linda's World videos post to the internet, like this one about Midnight Sky. So, let us. So, I took the liberty of putting the lyrics up on my iPad so I can remember. I have them memorized personally because I played the song about 1,000,000 times since then, but I have a tendency to go like meh, 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 and not say what I mean and mean what I say. So this is gonna like bring me home, you know what I mean? So, here's why I say, oh my god, it's so like me, and why I think it's so brilliant. I'm old, you know, relatively speaking to Miley fans. I don't need this advice. Like, I've been married, I've been divorced, like, I get it. But there are young girls, there are 10-year-old fans, there are 20-year-old fans, you know, that either A, haven't been in a relationship yet, or B, are currently in one and not sure about things. And they need to know that it's okay to say, no, I am my own person, and I don't need to be controlled by you. You are not my boss, you're my significant other. You know what I mean? And they need that. And I needed this 25 years ago, you know? So that's why I love it so much. And also it sounds good. Let me take you back to the night in question when I first heard it. That'll help you out here. So basically I sat in my living room completely alone in the dark with my iPad in my hand watching it on YouTube. I wasn't sure if I wanted to make the commitment to buy because like what if it sucked? You know, I bought it on iTunes like later. So dog is audibly snoring inside, right? So I'm sitting there in the dark and I started hearing it and I was like, where have I heard this song before? But in a good way. And it reminded me of something. And I started singing in my brain, just, it's like the wide-winged dove sings a song, sounds like she's singing, ooh, ooh. And I said, oh my god, this sounds just like Edge of 17. I wonder if Miley did this on purpose. Well, the next day I watched her Zach Sang interview and sure enough she had. She sampled the song and paid homage to Stevie Nicks, and Miley, you have good taste. But anyway, it was the lyrics that got me. And I was like, yeah, I'm so happy that this song exists in the world. Like, people need this song. I need the song. The whole world needs the song. Here's why. She opens the song and says, yeah, it's been a long night, and the mirror's telling me to go home. But it's been a long time since I felt this good on my own. A lot of years went by with my hands tied up in your ropes. Forever and ever. No more. The midnight sky's the road I'm taking, head high up in the clouds. And then the chorus starts. And we'll get to that. But let's take this bunch of lyrics we've got so far and figure out what she's saying. I know that exact feeling. It's been a long night and the mirror's telling me to go home. I've been out like all night before. And I have had those experiences where I probably should have gone home about 2 hours ago. But how can you, you know, like how can you rein it in and say, and like call it a night, as they say, when you're experiencing freedom, when it's been a long time since you had this good of a time out by yourself, without being bombarded by all the "where are you home" texts, or the phone calls saying "how long are you going to be there," or "I thought you weren't going out tonight," or all those things that people say. Or in my case, and I'm sure I can't be alone here, that ridiculous stalker app on the iPhone where it's like find your friend's iPhone, and they could see where you are and comment about it. And so, like, that's ridiculous. And so, of course, you want to stay out all night if you're finally experiencing the freedom to do so. A lot of years went by with my hands tied up in your ropes, she says. And I said, oh my God, was she like peeking into my diary there when I was married? Because that's exactly how it felt. And that's not supposed to be. When your relationship with a person is, you feel like more like they are your jailer instead of your significant other, that is a problem. Okay, and so that's why I'm divorced, and that's why Miley's divorced, and that's why this song continues with the chorus that says, I was born to run, I don't belong to anyone, oh no, I don't need to be loved by you. Fire in my lungs, can't bite the devil on my tongue, oh no, I don't need to be loved by you. See my lips on her mouth, everybody's talking now, baby, ooh, it's true. That I was born to run, I don't belong to anyone, oh no, I don't need to be loved by you. And again, another mouthful. Basically, yeah. Bruce Springsteen said, he coined the phrase "born to run" decades ago, so we understand this. And young people, if you don't know "Born to Run" by Bruce Springsteen, Google it. It's fantastic. But nevertheless, if you're born to run, if you know that you're one of those people who's not a tied down type of gal or a guy, right? And you resent this concept of forever, then you probably ought to not be going out there and like promising it, you know what I mean? And I made that mistake myself. And I don't belong to anyone. Nobody belongs to anybody else. This is not, this is not 200 years ago, but it's that, if you have a sense that you feel like a person kind of owns you, that you have to answer to that person, and that you will get in trouble if you do something that that person doesn't particularly care for, then that's like a bad relationship. You know what I mean? And I've said this before on this channel in different ways, and Miley's saying it for us. And I'm so happy that there's a song out there, because like my audience isn't as wide as Miley's. People aren't here, like, you guys are hearing me, whoever's watching this video, but Miley reaches more people than me. She's Miley Cyrus. So, but I'm just so happy that she's reaching people with this message. This is brilliant. I don't need to be loved by you. I was born to run. I don't belong to anyone. Oh no. And by the way, see my lips on her mouth. Everybody's talking now. Obviously, she's making reference to the fact that when she left Liam Hemsworth, she had a relationship with a female, but Miley has made no bones about the fact that she does not look at gender into consideration when she looks for someone to be with and to love. You know what I mean? Like, Miley is open and pansexual, and I guess that you call it, and like she is, I mean, I believe her sister Noah is the same way, and like they don't look to gender, they're more evolved than that. They don't need a label, and they know everybody's talking now, but like, what am I gonna say? She's still out there having her fun. If a girl makes her happy, a girl makes her happy. That's great, In the second verse, Miley says, she got her hair pulled back because the sweat's dripping off of her face. Said it ain't so bad if I want to make a couple mistakes. You should know right now that I never stay put in one place. Forever and ever, no more. The midnight sky's the road I'm taking, head high up to the clouds. And then the chorus repeats. And I can't tell you how many times I've found myself, for different reasons, with a terrible, ugly ponytail and like looking terrible and in need of a bath because I'm like sweating bullets because I'm doing something that's for me. For example, Zumba. I used to go. I haven't been in a year. I need to go back. That's a separate story, of course. And cleaning the hell out of my house, ask Alexa, or in the old days, put on a CD or a record, and play some music and clean the heck out of your home, and you look like disgusting and, you're sweating bullets, but then you go bathe and your house is clean. Or going out to boogie, going out for the evening, or go to somebody's party, even a family party, where you just go in and you dance and you look cute when you start, but then you get down into it and all of a sudden you're sweating and you leave the party looking like crap, but who cares? You had a good time. And all those things. And so that's what I hear when I hear Miley saying this. And there's nothing wrong with that. You don't have to be camera ready at all times. I'm not camera ready at all times. I don't know that I'm camera ready even for you guys today, but I tried. Said it ain't so bad if I want to make a couple mistakes. No, it's not. Okay, that's life. I can't tell you how many mistakes I've made in 43 years. And you know what? The thing is, they fix themselves, or you fix it yourself and you figure it out, and life goes on. And as long as you didn't hurt anybody, everything's fine. And the thing is that if you're in this particular relationship construct that she's singing about, you're not allowed to make mistakes. You know, how could you do such a thing? They say. I can't even express to you how many times I've gotten in trouble for stuff that I did that was not even all that serious a mistake. And so, I mean, that's why I'm divorced now, but like, my God, you know, and so I'm so happy that Miley put it that way. And then it, you know, I was born to run, I don't belong to anyone, and so on and so forth. And the only thing that's different is the bridge when she says, oh, I don't hide blurry eyes like you. Okay? And that pretty much concludes my reading to you of the lyrics. So, all in all, what do we get from this? Midnight Sky is Miley's way of telling people that she is not going to be held down and not allowed to be Miley by anyone with whom she spends her time and calls her significant other. She has done that before, and it's funny because I remember thinking back to like when she was with Liam Hemsworth, and he was like a hell of a lot straighter, you know, like he was more conservative guy, and like Miley's just genuinely quirky, and like he would kind of, this footage of like, if I find it, I'll put it, where he's like kind of looking at her like, oh God, you're embarrassing me, when all she's doing is being Miley, you know. And it's like, well, bro, if you're that embarrassed by her, then why are you with her, you know? Like, and it's funny because I've had that experience so many times where I'm just being Linda, and like, it's like the person's like, oh, why would you do such a thing, you're embarrassing me. And it's like, well, if I'm such an embarrassment to you, why just say yes to the date, you know? Like, seriously. So I'm just so incredibly excited that there's a song that puts that out there, you know, that my work is done. Like, I don't even need to say, because Miley will say it, that it's not okay for a person to put you into a box, and it is 100% okay after you've escaped that box to be your own person and do your own thing. You could be born to run, and you could not belong to anyone. The Midnight Sky could be the road you're taking. You could have your head high up in the clouds, okay? Why? Because you're an individual, and you are allowed to be that individual. And it is a free country, and you are here on planet Earth, and you can do whatever you want to do, okay? And if someone tries to make you spend a lot of years with your hands tied up in their ropes, that is not what you need to be doing. And it's certainly not what I needed to be doing, and gosh darn it, I'm free. Hi. I'm editing this video right now, but there's something that I left out. And by the way, thank you so much for staying this long if you have. Well, I left out the part where instead of see my lips on her mouth, everybody's talking now, she says, see his hands on my waist, thought you'd never be replaced, baby. Ooh, you know it's true. And quite frankly, that was the line that I heard first, that I said, aha, my life. Haha. Just saying. I had to throw that in there. Go back to watching the video. Day that I wake up and I'm not in that predicament, it's funny, it's been almost 3 years, and every day that I wake up and I'm not in that predicament, I smile. You know, and I don't know what Miley's particular feelings about that were. I don't know if it was as easy a decision, but, you know, I'm not in her head. But I kind of am, because I heard the song, and I'm so incredibly impressed, and I will continue to be a fan of Miley Cyrus, and, well, I think I have talked myself right up into the end of the video. So, I encourage everyone, if you have not heard it yet, to go out and take a listen to Midnight Sky by Miley Cyrus. And I definitely encourage you guys to use that as a way of, I think, looking back on some of her old discography and seeing the progression of things, as it were. You know, it's funny to trace someone's life through their music, because their music is their art as they grow. You know, like Adele's 19, 21, and 25, for example. We know about Adele's life now as she goes. And I think that's a really nice thing to do. And, well, I think I'm going to go and listen to Midnight Sky again, because it's been about 3 hours since I heard it. And I will see you guys in the next video. And by the way, I painted my house. It is so much brighter in here. Oh, and thank you to my mother for these awesome plants that are behind me. They are real, and I am taking care of them, and, well, they're cool. And I'm free to have them without being laughed at, because I was born to run. I don't belong to anyone. Oh no.